Hey guys, back at you again. This is Mark Taylor with Down Syndrome Forgotten. Yes, Down Syndrome Forgotten is an agency that connects special need families with community service providers. I am also the executive director of Behind Closed Doors, right? That is a foundation that started as well, that's basically for the caregivers of the world. But yeah, that's enough for me for right now, right, guys? I wanted to tap in with you, just once again, man, just thanking everyone for our platform, Caregivers Chronicles. That's really taking flight, so to speak, right? But once again, as I continue to go, embark the journey, the movement, I like to remind people, you know what I mean? I don't want them to get lost in the sauce of what we're trying to accomplish. Behind closed doors is our real engine to really make things go. We are very sympathetic to the special needs community, and we're very sympathetic to the elderly care and the disabled, right? Those are most of the time, those are the people that can't fight for themselves, right? That's what we're here for, right? We're here to aid and to connect with them and get their, work with their families and that sort of thing. But for now, I just wanted to remind people, right? I mean, I got some new people in the world, as we come, they take the assumption that we're relatively new. We've been around since 2019, behind closed doors, relatively new. But Down Syndrome Forgotten been here since 2019. And we've been forking the bill, so to speak, right, to keep the doors open, to continue to communicate with families and service providers along the way. Our staple program, Caregivers Chronicles, right? That program right there pretty much does a one-stop shop, right? It allows parents to go to a platform and to be able to connect through the platform. Outside of that, we do face-to-face. I have a quarterly event, Meet My Superpower event, right here in the Phoenix, Arizona area. So you have an opportunity to connect and bring your loved one in whatever capacity, right? Young, old, whatever, right? You have an opportunity to bring them out. But that's what we do with that. Behind closed doors, like I said, is our growing movement, right? Through advocacy, behind closed doors, through providing. Ultimately, that's where we're headed. We will be providing services to elderly care facilities as well as an extra hand, right? I understand, having a mother that just recently passed in March of early this year, 2025. We had some bad situations, right? We had some bad experiences and so on. And nevertheless, I fought the fight, right? From caregivers to respite care, to going to care meetings, to doing all that. And one of the things that I found out right away that clicked, it's parallel to the services that I provide for my son, which is 11 years old, Mark Jr. We'll be talking about Mark in just a swift second, all right? But yes. I found out that there was parallel, right? Caring, sandwich caregiving for my mom and sandwich caregiving for my son. Man, I found that I was kind of doing the same work. And unfortunately, due to dementia and Alzheimer's, they put her in a position where her mentality was almost at the mentality of him. So it was almost like I was taking care of two kids. Nevertheless, guys, I did all this is for is just a kind of a service reminder, just kind of letting everybody know that we do exist. We're thanking everyone for continuing to keep growing Caregivers Chronicle. But I did want to do this quick video just to kind of give an insight to people to let them know where we started from, right? Obviously, everything started from my son, Mark Jr. Mark Jr. is 11 now. Mark is 11. This is my book, by the way, right? Which is the origin of Behind Closed Doors. I did a book. It's basically a guide, right? The Behind Closed Doors book is a guide for parents of the world, right? That's maybe they take on a special need kid, or maybe they having a special need kid, or you're a caregiver, right? This book is not just isolated to have, with little kids or anything like that, right? You can use this book, this guide, right? And it's universal, right? So if you're doing any sort of caregiving, bam, you can get this, right? I'm going to leave my email, right? I prefer email at this point. It is available on Amazon, but I got a bad rapport with this is nasty taste with the publisher right now, so I'm trying to find me a new publisher to kind of get things going. Until then, I'm sort of independent. But if you want to get your hands on this copy of Behind Closed Doors, that's me and my lovely wife in an event. If you want to get a copy of this here, $20. $20, you'll be able to get a signed copy of this, right? You request it through email, and I'll find me some way to ship it out to you, and you'll have a copy of it. But yeah, nevertheless, guys, behind closed doors, man, is really the foundation right now, right? I mean, because it's the reason why Behind Closed Doors became prevalent is the fact that it was a lot of, as we going on the journey of raising this kid. I'm dealing with my mom. Oh, by the way, I have a special need brother as well, so I kind of aid in that arena as well. And he's older, he's 47 years old. He got a birthday coming, and he's doing excellent in life. He's doing excellent, right? I mean, with my guidance, of course. But nevertheless, guys, I got my fair share of sandwich caregiving, right? So the book itself came along. Behind Closed Doors was intriguing because there's so much stuff, so much garbage, so much things that's behind closed doors along the way that they don't want folks like us to know, right? Whether you're a parent, whether you're a provider. I mean, I got it from both angles, right? As a parent, I can tell you a whole bunch of stuff behind closed doors that they don't want us to know while we're fighting the fight, going through the ISP meetings, going through the IEP meetings. Man, I do it all. We homeschool Mark full time. We literally have an establishment here, a full-blown establishment here. It's right in our living room. And man, I tell you guys, it's very challenging to say the least, but it's doable, right? I always say that it is doable. Mark is 24-hour care as well. But nevertheless, guys, Behind Closed Doors, by the way, is available in French, Spanish, and Portuguese, right? I for you guys just on my social media following, yes, I do understand that Behind Closed Doors and Down Syndrome Forgotten, we're actually known nationally, right? So I have to make the adjustments along the way. So I am a 4-time author, right? My son just happened to be on the book, but nevertheless, this is a very fruitful guide for new folks of the world. So our journey started with our son, ended with the book, and then over the years, so I ended up kind of taking custody, so to speak, with my mom, until she passed. So it was a hell of a caregiving year last year, trying to balance 3 people at one time. Financially, it was a real foot in the ass to say the least, right? But nevertheless, guys, I just wanted to just let you know that that's the origin, right? When we talk about Down Syndrome Forgotten, this so folks, don't get all confused and everything, right? I run 2 organizations, right? And I'm very proud of it. And like I said before, Behind Closed Doors is the engine, right? Because I will be sharing things on multiple levels. You can check out the podcast. You can check out Caregivers Chronicle as well. And we do share stories, right? We want people to, tap in, right? I want you to tap in. I want to hear people's voices. I want to hear people's concerns and what folks are going through, right? We're different, right? That's what we're here for. We have to be here for each other because it's a real movement. But nevertheless, guys, man, hey, just stay tuned. Keep up the good work. Man, I love the engagement. I love the questions. Feed me. I'm going to make myself available I have a few different platforms, guys. So Caregivers Chronicle, through Down Syndrome Forgotten, I will be coming in as well. Kind of chiming in as well. It's all the facilitator role. I'm not trying to be everybody's professional. However, I got the credentials to do so. right? But that's not what I'm trying to build here. What I'm trying to build is a safe space for folks to, to connect. And then last but least, guys, I donated my garage. Right, this is so much of a trooper to me. Right, I got rid of the fancy office downtown, and all the bells and whistles that come along with it. And I brought the movement to my house. Right, my garage is actually been converted to a behind closed doors resource center. Where we connect, we do support groups, we have fun, we kick it, we do what we do, we act normal, we get grown, we tell the kids to get the hell on. That's what we do, folks. But anyways, also, even more important, we have exhibits. I have a caregivers exhibit, different exhibits that go throughout the garage or whatever. Everything's been kind of converted over. It's a mock, right? It's a stepping stone, guys. Right? I got to start somewhere to get somewhere. So, right, I need some numbers. I need some folks, man, that, check me out on social media and things like that as well. I will have all the handles, everything you need. Please share. This is the giving season, folks. Y'all celebrate your Halloween, your Christmas and all this other junk. Thanksgiving, you want to be thankful, you want to be all this other good stuff. Please just share. Take our advice, share, subscribe, push it on to somebody else. You know what I mean? This is good stuff. When it comes to caregiving, I'm gonna make this totally clear. When it comes to caregiving, right? What I do. Right now, my mom is no longer here. I aid to my brother, and I got my son, and I got other kids as well. But when it comes to caregiving and whatever facet that is, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? Because somebody, right? If it ain't you, gonna be in a position where you're gonna need a caregiver or you're gonna be a caregiver, right? So let's stop the dumb junk, y'all. Get a copy of Behind Closed Doors. Make it a gift to somebody or something, right? If you don't do nothing else. And I'm not just saying that go buy my book because my book is the most phenomenal book in the world. No, it is a great resource. As a matter of fact, it's so great that in the back of the book, I allow some blank pages in the back of the book just so you could journal in the book. Right, so you can write things down in the book. Right, the actual book itself is pretty decent. It's not a big 2 or 3 page, 100-page novel or something to that effect. Right, I got some awesome chapters. Right, I got understanding special needs. Yeah, I can actually read a couple chapters to you guys, man. This is what it's all about. Understanding special needs, right? Embracing the journey, your role, right? Building a support system, right? I'm just going to tap off a couple. I'm not going to read through the entire book, but, coping strategies and things like that, right? Celebrating the milestones, the small stuff. That's what you're getting with Behind Closed Doors, right? My platinum is just getting in somebody else's hand. My best selling is equivalent. It's just getting in the right person's hand, right? I would rather just get in the right person's hand than 100,000 books just be sold just because somebody feels sorry for me or feels sorry for him or feels sorry for the organization or the special needs community or the elderly community, right? I don't want you to feel sorry. I want you to be a part of it. It is an inclusive effort, meaning the general public of the world, right? We're looking for you guys that, take part as well, right? So, hey, nevertheless, guys, I don't ran my mouth here enough. I'm glad I had the opportunity with this video to at least introduce you, right? Let you know who I am, what I represent here, my company, Down Syndrome Forgotten, and also, being a founder Behind Closed Doors movement as well. And if you're in the Phoenix area, you can come and check us out. Please shoot me an email just requesting, hey, Mark, I want to come check out. I want to do a tour. You can do a free tour. It doesn't cost you anything. Only thing I do encourage, I will have my book available, a signed copy, right? No pressure. But hey, I will have it available. I'll make it available to folks that actually come. When you have a free gift, when you do come, you have a free gift. And also, we're working on a couple other things as well. But nevertheless, if you're in the area, in the Phoenix area, you can always shoot me a call, RSVP. I'll gladly do a tour, kind of let you know about what we're doing, et cetera, some of the things and that we need along the way. Right, we're a growing organization. We're small. We do need some things. Right now, we're in the need of a computer. I do need a computer. We have a resource center that consists of one computer. One computer, guys. So if anybody out there, this is the holiday season, I do need another computer. I think that's probably one of the most important things. Oh, and at this rate, we don't need it now, but air conditioner would be awesome, right? We need one of those fancy standalone air conditioners. We are in Arizona. It gets pretty hot in here. So, man, we got everything else covered, the food, everything. Because we will have a meal once we do these sorts of groups, support groups and things like that through behind closed doors. That is it, my wonderful folks. You can contact me. I have all my handles and everything in there. Thank you for chiming in. Hey, that's my today's nugget to know.